Greetings, family. The world is moving fast to visible changes, so that all of you, dear humans, are involved. Involved in many ways, physically and emotionally all the time, especially now, because it put open to light, allowing it to flow through you and bathe all others who are around you. Thus, help Mother Earth in its energy adjustment process, relocation of tectonic plates and other systems of this beloved planet, so dear to all of us. Mother Earth is moving in rise and release of old energies, and you, dear teachers, need to be aligned with your heart in order to be perfect efficient to help anchor these adjustments. Helping, too, through their meditations that create powerful energy vortex that assists in removing the dark forces. Yes, beloved, you can meditate wherever they are in your sacred space, while walking, while bathing, while they shop. You can be in this meditative state at any time. Of course, you also begin to realize the need to be silent. It is the internal call, the call to internalize. Abide by it. Being silent does not necessarily mean stop talking, but no longer in tune with your egoic mind. When you leave this line, the silence and fullness come, much as your mind continue to speak, you observe and do not engage, leaving them alone in the quiet state of peace, in a meditative state. Recently, much of this silence was lost, as they might see when Mother Earth is freed of the old energies. Physical lives are changed for many of these necessary adjustments. Many ask and even beg for our intervention with regard to these earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and others Mother Earth adjustments. Dear, as you can see, we are more active now than ever before, and our ships are registered many times during these processes. Our help is given to the point where we can. In some cases, we cannot move forward, because it is private affairs of souls involved directly. You will see our activities around the world more frequently, especially where tectonic plates are fragile and susceptible to displacement. So we are constantly asking for their light vibrations through good deeds, which not only help Mother Earth in its transformation necessary to enable us to approach when your auric field is illuminated by the light of your heart. Meditate, and in a state of expansion of consciousness, bring light to the fire ring, and where you feel you must take your light. We will be advising and guiding them to the points where the negativity is impregnated and needs to be cleaned, so that, when clean, is quiet and without much inconvenience. In addition to the necessary changes in Mother Earth, a lot happens in government and interplanetary scenes, and if they are not seen directly by your inside fashion senses, your compass and thermometer and mates are always guiding them which way to go, and as goes the process of planetary liberation, as well as feel every day an increase in their level of consciousness in order to see themselves having attitudes that there was a time could not have. For example, let go of an offense or aggression against you, so as not to maintain a sense of victimization, because you are increasingly aware that anything other than love should not be kept in your field. You are at every moment being blessed by your space family that comes in numerous fleets and settle around the Earth, ensuring that those who refuse diplomatically to deliver the planet dark forces do not escape beyond the solar system. As you can see, nothing can change the fate of the Earth and its inhabitants. The Creator desires freedom and empowerment of all. Dear, they cannot deny how different they are in so many sensations that had in recent months, a result of the light bath that are having, and, consequently, increase its level of consciousness. I told you months ago that would experience changes in inner level, and invite you now to do an analysis of how great were these changes. I invite you to read my message given months ago. I ask here to Gabriel, who delivered them, to link to that message. Reread and reflect. Beloved, I wish to speak to them and ask them to keep their hearts open and are always in process of internalization. Only then will be able to be at peace and be safe as the truth of certain information delivered to them by various means. The brothers fluttering in the dark struggle to remain in their midst and control all of you and the resources of the beloved Earth. They fight to Encartadas, launching disinformation to confuse them and stun them. By keeping yourself centered within it, will never be confused, because they will always be guided by the compass and thermometer internal. Many people wonder and ask us how to listen to the heart, and this is simple, when you let it be. For that we need to be with a clear mind and peace. We need to be vibrating light. It is necessary to avoid judgments, critical situations that bring them stress and everything that brings them balance and sadness. The voice of the heart is soft, light, sweet whisper, but necessary, if need be stripped and lightness. We say that any message from us will give them the idea that we are their saviors, but as brothers who will not do their work or wish to be defied. As you know, we want to be considered only brothers to walk together because the source energy flows in all of creation and each is master of himself. In these times where the real battle for their souls occurs, they should be aware that the only winners of their souls must be yourself. You are the masters who wait for their own souls. You are the masters who claim all their sovereign right. Another thing you should be aware is the fact that none of us see them as inferior beings and lacking mercy, because you are the manifestation of the divine on earth. You are your masters and saviors, as so often we have said. We, your brothers that watch and guide, we are always at your side in order to help them meet with yourselves on the way, with your divine part. Help them to recognize themselves as divine beings. All of the star family wish to recognize this fact. Recognize that there are no higher or lower and all are immersed in the great divine cauldron. Even those who, at the time, serve the dark forces. The campaign of disinformation takes place and we invite you to trust the heart. We have said again that many messages coming at them in the eyes, said coming to us, are not and can know this by using your heart. I invite again to read the message where I talk about it and leave you free to feel your inner walk, making sure they are always well supported. We are present watching every step of his path, and revering their light. So, dear, it is natural to begin to see the extent of his work when, to his every gesture perceive reverberate further, affecting positively those around them. Be aware also that their actions as affect many in a positive way, can certainly affect negatively. You have a great stellar magnetism activated in you that makes everything around you take gigantic proportions, according to your mindset. You are a great potential in vortex and where you go, your vibrational field embraces. You can turn a chaos environment in peace, stress in harmony, hate into love. You can. It is a huge responsibility for everything around you. Each step you take reverberates powerfully. In this way, you are of great help to the souls around you who, in some cases, are unbalanced and stress. Involve them with their magnetism of love and we also dabble with all our affection. You can feel the family's power in this message so as not to have doubts. You can feel the vibration in your heart and warmth, because that's what we want them to convey. Something that makes them vibrate positively, something that gives them the assurance that comes from his family. Something your inner testing be genuine. The thermometer never fails. Realize it. I, on behalf of everyone who now watch my communication with you on earth, wish them peace, love and fullness constant. May the force of Christ, the beloved Jesus Christ, be with you all. And so it is. Blessings. His brother. Astor.